Welcome to our video on resource allocation in organizations. Let's start by understanding what resource allocation is and why it's crucial for organizational success. Resource allocation is the process of assigning and managing assets to support an organization's strategic goals. This involves distributing resources such as time, money, equipment, and personnel where they are most needed and can create the most value. Why is resource allocation so essential? In any organization, whether it's a startup or a large corporation, resources are limited. Effective allocation ensures these scarce resources are used efficiently and aligned with company goals, maximizing productivity and avoiding wasted effort and expense. Think of resource allocation as the backbone of operational management. It keeps projects running smoothly, deadlines met, and teams performing at their best. Without a structured approach, organizations can face inefficiencies, delays, and financial losses. Through this video, we aim to provide you with knowledge and strategies to master resource allocation, enhancing your organization's efficiency and success. As we move forward, you'll see potential challenges and discover actionable steps for effective resource management. Poor resource allocation can lead to major inefficiencies, missed opportunities, and ultimately, organizational failure. It's a problem that can undermine even the most robust strategies. When resources are not allocated correctly, teams may find themselves overextended, deadlines are missed, and valuable talent is often wasted. The result is a cascade of challenges, project delays, increased costs, and employee dissatisfaction. Inadequate resource distribution impacts every level of an organization, from daily operations to long-term objectives. It creates a ripple effect, lowering productivity and morale while hindering progress towards goals. Understanding these pitfalls is the first step to overcoming them. Up next, we'll examine the specific impacts these allocation issues have on productivity and cost. Stay with us as we unravel the complexities of resource management and move towards effective solutions. In the modern workplace, efficient resource allocation is a critical driver of success. Yet, many organizations struggle with this basic principle, leading to significant challenges. Decreased productivity is often the first sign of poor resource management. Teams that lack the right tools, time, and talent can't perform at their best. This inefficiency contributes to a steady rise in operational costs. As projects falter and deadlines are missed, expensive overtime and rushed fixes become common. At the same time, employee dissatisfaction begins to take root. Frustration grows as staff members face unrealistic expectations and insufficient support. This negative cycle erodes morale and can lead to high turnover rates. By recognizing how inefficient resource allocation harms productivity, costs, and employee morale, we set the stage for meaningful change. As we move forward, we'll explore strategies to overcome these hurdles and optimize how resources are distributed. Stay with us as we delve deeper into effective resource allocation methods that can transform your organization's efficiency. The first step in effective resource allocation is to assess your current resources and identify any gaps. This involves a thorough review of what you have available, from manpower to materials and budget. Assessing your current resources helps you understand your strengths and limitations. Once you've identified what's already in place, the next critical step is to spot any gaps. These gaps might be in skills, technology, or even time management. Identifying gaps early allows you to address them proactively, preventing potential bottlenecks and ensuring smoother operations. As we move forward, you'll see how these assessments feed into setting priorities and ultimately, effective resource allocation. Once you've identified your resource needs, the next step is to set priorities. Prioritizing tasks and projects that align with your organizational goals is crucial for effective resource allocation. By focusing on the most critical areas first, you ensure that resources are utilized where they are most needed, driving efficiency and achieving strategic objectives. It's about making informed decisions that channel efforts into high-impact areas, thus avoiding the pitfalls of spreading resources too thinly. This methodical approach not only streamlines workflows but also maximizes the potential of each resource, ensuring they contribute meaningfully towards the organization's goals. Setting clear priorities is more than just listing tasks. It's a strategic decision-making process that shapes the success of your initiatives. Following these principles, you can create a more focused and productive environment, ready to tackle any project with clarity and precision. With priorities set, it's time to allocate resources efficiently. This means distributing resources based on your priorities and ensuring their optimal use. It's crucial to remember that efficient resource allocation requires a strategic approach. You need to consider not just the immediate needs, but also the long-term goals of your organization. By aligning resource distribution with your set priorities, you can maximize both efficiency and effectiveness. Focus on areas where resources can generate the highest value and impact. This can involve reallocating resources from less critical tasks to those that drive significant outcomes. Regularly review and adjust your allocations to adapt to changing circumstances and demands. Monitoring and adjusting this allocation can lead to sustained success. Remember, the key to effective resource allocation is flexibility and continuous improvement. Effective resource allocation doesn't stop at distribution. It's an ongoing process that requires constant vigilance. Regular monitoring is essential to ensure that resources are being used optimally and align with organizational goals. By reviewing usage patterns and outcomes, managers can identify when resources may need to be reallocated. This continuous cycle of assessment and adjustment helps address inefficiencies and adapt to changing circumstances. Making timely adjustments not only maximizes the use of resources but also improves overall productivity and satisfaction. Remember, monitoring and adjusting are integral practices for sustained success. As we move forward, you'll see the tools and techniques that facilitate this dynamic approach. There are various tools and techniques available to help with resource allocation. Let's explore some of the most effective ones. Software tools like project management platforms and resource planning software can significantly streamline the allocation process. These tools offer functionalities that allow you to assign tasks, track progress, and manage workloads with precision. Additionally, techniques such as resource leveling and resource smoothing help in optimizing resource utilization. Resource leveling involves adjusting the start and end dates based on resource constraints, ensuring no team member is overburdened. On the other hand, resource smoothing aims to achieve a balanced resource schedule by distributing tasks evenly over time. Each tool and technique serves a specific purpose, and combining them can lead to a more holistic approach to resource allocation. As we move forward, you'll see how these tools and techniques come to life through real-world examples and practical applications. Stay tuned to discover how you can implement these strategies in your organization and achieve optimal resource efficiency. Let's dive into a real-world example of successful resource allocation. In this case study, we explore how a mid-sized tech company streamlined its operations by meticulously assessing its current resources and reallocating them based on the company's shifting priorities. Initially struggling with inefficiencies and missed deadlines, the company undertook a thorough review of its resource pool. By leveraging advanced software tools and detailed project tracking, they were able to identify underutilized assets and areas with significant resource shortages. One of the key takeaways was the importance of continuous monitoring. Regular reviews allowed them to make real-time adjustments, ensuring resources were always aligned with strategic objectives. Another crucial learning point was the positive impact on employee morale. With clear priorities and well-allocated resources, team members experienced enhanced job satisfaction and productivity, leading to a more cohesive and motivated workforce. This case study exemplifies how strategic resource allocation can transform an organization's efficiency and culture. As we move forward, you'll see how avoiding common pitfalls can further enhance your resource allocation strategy. Stay with us to uncover the common mistakes to avoid and how to sidestep them effectively. In the quest for effective resource allocation, knowing what to avoid is as crucial as knowing what to do. Some common pitfalls can derail even the best-laid plans. One frequent misstep is failing to align resources with organizational priorities. This often results in wasted effort and missed opportunities. Another common mistake is overcommitting resources without properly assessing capacity, leading to burnout and decreased productivity. To steer clear of these pitfalls, always start with a thorough assessment of your resource capabilities and align them with your strategic goals. Regularly review and adjust allocations to adapt to changing needs and circumstances. By staying vigilant and proactive, you can avoid these common resource allocation mistakes and keep your organization on the path to success. Next, let's explore the tangible benefits of implementing these strategies effectively. In the complex dance of organizational management, effective resource allocation stands out as a critical strategy. Done correctly, it leads to increased efficiency across all operations. With resources optimally distributed, projects run smoother, timelines are met, and productivity soars. But the benefits don't stop there. Proper resource allocation also translates into better project outcomes. Teams with the right tools and support can achieve milestones more effectively, producing higher quality results. And, let's not forget, this approach significantly boosts employee satisfaction. When team members feel they have what they need to succeed, they are more engaged and motivated. As a result, employee morale and retention improve. As we move forward, it's time to explore the actionable steps you can take to implement these strategies in your organization. The journey to effective resource allocation continues, and what follows will provide you with practical tools to make these benefits a reality. Stay tuned as we take this crucial next step. Let's go through a step-by-step guide to implementing effective resource allocation in your organization. Start by assessing your current resources. What do you have on hand, and where are the gaps? Next, set clear priorities based on your organizational goals. This will help you focus on the most critical tasks and projects. Once priorities are defined, allocate resources efficiently, ensuring optimal use of every asset. Following that, establish a regular monitoring system to track the effectiveness of your allocations and make adjustments as needed. Effective resource allocation is a continuous process. By following these steps, you can significantly enhance productivity and ensure that your organization achieves its objectives. As we move forward, you'll see how different tools and techniques can support you in this journey. To ensure your resource allocation strategy is working, it's important to measure success using key performance indicators, KPIs. KPIs are quantifiable measurements that reflect how effectively you're achieving your specific objectives. By consistently tracking these metrics, you can determine whether your resource allocation decisions are yielding the desired outcomes. Consider metrics such as project completion rates, budget adherence, and resource utilization ratios. These indicators can provide a clear view of your organization's performance and highlight any areas needing improvement. The goal is not only to track performance but to use these insights to make informed adjustments, ensuring your resource allocation remains aligned with organizational goals. Measuring outcomes goes beyond just numbers. Regularly reviewing these KPIs with your team fosters a culture of accountability and continuous improvement. As we move forward, we'll delve into the future trends that are set to revolutionize resource allocation, preparing you to stay ahead in this dynamic field. As we reach the horizon of our journey, let's take a look at some emerging trends and the future outlook for resource allocation. Technology continues to evolve, bringing forward innovative tools that enhance efficiency and decision-making. Artificial intelligence, for instance, is becoming a vital asset in predicting resource needs and optimizing allocation. Meanwhile, the shift towards remote and hybrid work models mandates a re-evaluation of traditional resource management strategies. Organizations are increasingly embracing flexible resource allocation to adapt to these evolving work environments. Additionally, sustainable resource allocation is gaining traction as businesses strive to balance profitability with environmental responsibility. The integration of green practices ensures long-term viability and resonates with eco-conscious stakeholders. As we venture further into the future, staying ahead of these trends will be crucial. Embracing adaptive strategies, leveraging technological advancements, and prioritizing sustainability are key to thriving in a dynamic landscape. In our next and final segment, we'll summarize the key points we've covered and leave you with some final thoughts and takeaways. Let's continue. As we wrap up our comprehensive guide on resource allocation, let's revisit the key points. First, we learned about the importance of identifying and assessing your current resources. We then discussed setting clear priorities that align with organizational goals. From there, we moved on to the efficient distribution of resources, stressing the need for regular monitoring and adjustments as circumstances change. The tools and techniques we covered are designed to enhance your resource allocation strategies, making them more effective. The case study we explored highlighted practical examples and key takeaways, demonstrating real-world application. Avoiding common mistakes and being mindful of these pitfalls can steer your organization towards efficiency and success. We also outlined the benefits of effective resource allocation, including increased productivity, better project outcomes, and heightened employee satisfaction. Implementing these strategies step by step ensures a structured approach, while measuring success through KPIs keeps you on track. In conclusion, effective resource allocation is crucial for organizational success. Remember the key points we've discussed and strive to implement them for lasting impact. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Stay tuned and take these strategies forward. As we conclude, it's time to take the insights and strategies we've explored and put them into action in your own organization. Effective resource allocation is not just a concept, but a practical approach that can transform your efficiency, project outcomes, and overall organizational success. We encourage you to assess your current resource usage, set clear priorities, allocate efficiently, monitor continuously, and adjust as needed. By doing so, you'll not only avoid common pitfalls but also harness the full benefits of well-managed resources. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Stay tuned for our upcoming videos that dive deeper into organizational management and beyond. Remember, the key to success lies in how well you manage your resources. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in our future sessions.